Welcome to Innovator Baat. Today I have a startup based out of Kanpur working in defense technology. Sarvagy is with me today from SkyAI and we will be talking to him about his technology, his journey and learn from his experiences. Welcome to the podcast, Sarvagy. So let's start with your introduction first.
Hi Rishabh, it's nice talking to you. So basically we are working on development of an AI based anti-drone solution. So as we know that as a present defense scenario, we can see that most of the technology what our armed forces are using are based out of Israel or other countries. There is a lot of expenditure on import of the weaponry and defense based systems. So our idea is to develop a low cost indigenous anti-drone system based on AI technology. So this is the product which we are working on for past I would say 1 year. And we have reached a stage where we can say we have achieved 50% of the task and remaining 50% we have to achieve. We are expecting that we will be ready with the product in next 6 months.
For a city like Kanpur, when we talk about defense technology, I'm not saying it's backward. We have ordnance
factory is there,
and parachutes वगैरह की बातें चलती रहती हैं, यहाँ पे प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है. But AI/ML enabled drone technology का startup कानपुर में होगा rather than being in so-called posh cities like Bangalore and Pune. तो ये idea कैसे आपके पास आया? What was that journey of establishing it here rather than going to those cities?
Okay, so basically I graduated from IIT Kanpur in 2009. I passed out then, and then I didn't want to go outside. I would say I didn't want to go to US or somewhere where people forced me to that you go there. But I decided that I will stay in India. I joined HAL at that time, worked there for 3 years. Was an aircraft designer there. After that, in 2012, I dropped out of HAL. Then I did my first startup. Incidentally, I came to IIT Kanpur and I incubated my first startup in IIT Kanpur then.
Back
in 2013.
13. Wow.
Yeah. So basically it was a startup, a service-based startup in computational fluid dynamics. So I had that background of scientific computing. So I started doing computer simulations for organizations like DRDO, HAL, and many professors also supported me here. So we did CFD simulations and designing part of some of the products of DRDO at that time, some parachutes and some UAVs. So I ran that startup till 2017. We did multiple projects during that time, and at that time I felt that I needed to make a change in the technology I am working.
In 2014, 15?
In 2017.
17, okay.
Yeah. So then there was I would say that buzz about AI at that time. So I said, let's start learning this AI technology. So I had a mathematical background, so I thought that I'm already working on inside scientific computing, so why not learn this technology? It has a similar mathematical background is required. So I started learning AI for 1 year. I did different courses and learned the technology on my own. And in 2019 then I founded this startup, SkyAI Technologies. So initially we started working as an AI service based company. So we developed AI based softwares and we had collaboration with different people who are developing products, and we provided AI based services to them. Like I was in collaboration with one of the startup who was developing an UAV, loitering ammunition. So for that I started developing the tracking solution and object detection types of solutions. So those solutions I developed in collaboration with them. And one of the professor from IIT Kanpur, Dr. A.K. Ghosh, he also supported me in that. So that's how this company came into existence. So he said that you develop these AI based solutions. So I said, okay, let me try. So that way the journey started. Then we looked at there was a buzz about this anti-drone systems. Yes, that was being imported from Israel at very high cost. So we decided that let's start working on them. What we can do in India, what we can do here. So that time we decided let's focus on a low cost solution, because generally what anti-drone solutions are right now based on radars and RF based detection technology. Radars are very expensive and many times drones are not detected in radars. So we thought let's think of something, let's tackle a problem in a different way. So we focused on vision based systems. So we said that we will develop a vision based detection system using high resolution cameras and multiple I would say AI algorithms used for detecting them. So that's how this product came into that's how we conceptualize this product. And now we are into the process of filing a patent for the product.
Congrats.
Yeah.
So as I can decode, ever since like 2012, you have not done any full-time job.
No.
Nothing. You are entrepreneur like for a decade, I can say. And अभी तक आप services दे रहे थे before SkyAI. Even in the starting time of SkyAI.
Still we are into services. We do provide services because it's essential to make revenue. If you are developing a product, you need a source of revenue.
So that's what. So now your end goal is to develop a product. So what are those challenges a product-based company, a hardcore tech-based company faces in day-to-day life, like in every day? What are those challenges and how you have been managing funds for these 10 years?
Okay. So initially when I was I had a COD simulation company. That time funds were not an issue because we were providing services and we were getting paid for that. So I have always been bootstrapped, I would say. So at that time also we were generating enough funds to fund our expenses or the company expenses. We were continuously getting projects because in UP there was very few or no other people who were doing scientific computing at that time. But still there were only limited projects from defense organization and all those things. So that time there was no issue of funds. Then when I started this company, SkyAI, I started with services, so there was not an issue of fund. I was getting continuous projects, I was getting funding in that sense. When you conceptualize a product, then you need a lot of funding in that, right?
That to a defense product. So at that time, SIIC and C3I came to the rescue. They gave an initial fund to us to start building the product. Was it a loan or a grant?
No, it was a grant.
So you don't have to return back that money?
No.
Okay.
So that money was used to, I would say, to buy the initial equipment and just build the product from very scratch. So initially, and you always have a scarcity of fund when you are building a product. So you have to, first step is you have to clear the pipeline that what you are building with the minimum of cost, you have to build the first prototype.
That's what Indians do.
Yeah, so that's the challenge. So you have to do all the jugaad to build that prototype. So we also thought that let's build a first prototype which would be damn cheap and don't go for any sophisticated equipment. Just use whatever you have. So we bought CCTV cameras. We put into our anti-drone system and we did a detection of drones using that. We trained an AI algorithm. We collected all the drone images, whatever was possible. We flew drones, took images, everything. We trained AI algorithms to detect the drones. And then using those CCTV cameras, we did our first POC. So we were able to detect drones from a distance of 100 and 150 meters.
ड्रोन से महंगे हैं कैमरास जो आपकी यूज में ले रहे हो.
Yes.
Because you have to really be very high resolution.
Right. So we didn't want to spend that amount of money initially. So we were able to detect drones from 150 meters distance. So we were very happy. Everyone was excited that we could detect the drones. So then I said, now a pipeline is clear, all that tech is clear. Now go for high resolution cameras. So then we bought high resolution cameras and now we are working on that.
So how you manage that time of buying an expensive product into your startup?
Once you show something, then people also are excited and they invest more.
So
yeah.
So who is investing? You said
C3I invested in that.
Another.
Okay. chunk they invested. So now we are then we said that now we are at a stage where we can file a patent because it's a innovative technology. None other product, I would say that it's very unique. There's nothing in market compared to that. So then we filed a patent. The process is going on, and now we are increasing the range of the product, and then also we are looking at the marketability of the product for a detection system, I would say, to just make it appealing to the customer. So that thing is going on.
Range, you mentioned about range. तो इसका range कितना होगा? Like how far our army can use it for? अगर practical implication में हम देखें.
Practically, we are targeting a range of 500 to 700 meters.
500-700 meters. Half an hour.
Yes.
Okay. 500 to 700 meters.
Yeah, that's what we are targeting.
LOC
and if possible, we will try to
increase
make it to 1 kilometers. That's what people are asking.
So is it a limit or for now?
There are a lot of limits. See, there is a limit with the camera, right? The distance the cameras can see, that is a limit. Even if you continuously increase the resolution, then also because of the atmospheric conditions, you cannot see beyond a particular range. Then as you increase the or if you zoom, then you cannot see the entire region. Then again, as you increase the say distance, then computational cost also increase. So back-end computational resource has to be increased. So you have to do everything in real time. Right? You are just looking, you are processing, and you are giving the alert. So all that and computing resources are also limited. You cannot just continue pumping the more and more CPU power, more and more GPU power. It's not possible.
So, but the जो conventional हमारे पास अभी तरीके हैं डिटेक्ट करने के ड्रोन्स को, उनके कंपैरिजन में फिर भी ये सस्ता
very cheap, comparatively very cheap.
Very cheap.
I tell you that I came to know that these Israeli anti-drone systems, they are very expensive, crores and crores of rupees.
But again, when we are talking about national security, so it critical हो जाता है. तो how reliable is this technology?
Actually, that has to be battle tested. Will be battle tested, right? And we will be working on the reliability of the solution. So that's the goal, to make it reliable, right?
So any support, because as far as I can see right now, your only buyer. There can be many, but your only buyer is like defense.
Not only defense. We could have multiple civilian uses also, like important establishments, establishments in the country, like airports or some important buildings. You can place an anti-drone system over there, so that if some drone is doing a surveillance over that,
and they can easily afford it also.
Yeah. So if you cannot put a Israeli system over all the places, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a cheap solution, you can put it wherever you want. At least you will have a solution to as a first line of protection or a detection system to say that there is some threat around you. Otherwise, you are helpless in that scenario.
How much you see the market is ready for your solution, or for drones solution to be specific? Because
drone threat is real, right? You can see that nowadays even army is very concerned about drones. There have been attacks from across the border using drones. They come and they could drop a
UAV
bomb. They could drop a bomb, carry a small bomb and drop it anywhere. They can also there are also what you say that kamikaze attacks. That drone can come and it completely itself as a weapon, carrying a bomb, and then it will crash. Suicide bombing. So that's also a threat. Then surveillance is a threat, right? And surveillance is a threat for any place, right? Not only in the borders. Inland security is also concerned about that. So all those places you need a system to actually detect if there is any threat and then neutralize that threat.
So like how many people are working in your team right now?
Right now I have a team of 12 people.
12 people. All techies?
all techies.
So anyone to manage your admin, finance, there all those verticals?
I am managing admin, you can say. Also, I'm also looking at technology, and my wife is there. She's looking at finance and all those things. So
What is-
HR, finance, she's doing.
What is that futuristic vision you have with your startup?
I want that the product to be used by the say defense forces, and even in the inland security. I want in civilian uses. I also want to pitch this product. So one of the product, this product, I want I want to see it in use. That's what I would say.
Throughout your story, Sarvagy, I noticed that you have pivoted like twice. This is a macro view I'm getting. Microly, you might have pivoted many times. But I want to understand that mentality that a person
see, initially when I was in college, I had a feeling that even if you look at the development in the country, you can find a very specific pockets. Like there are IT companies or tech companies in Pune, in Bangalore, or now in Gurgaon and Noida also. But they are very centralized. And places like Kanpur, I find there is nothing that is stopping it. There is everything is present. IIT is present. Defense establishments are there. So many good government colleges are there. Industry is there. But still we don't have that tech industry in Kanpur. So I felt that why not do it here? So since the beginning I have been working for that.
No, but I wanted to understand about the mentality you had been. You were there when you were changing your job to switching to a startup, and then changing from one idea to the other.
See, if you are an entrepreneur, you have to be very adaptable, and you have to be ready to learn and adapt to new technologies, and you have to make use of the opportunities. Like if you see that I saw that AI is a new thing, and I should get into it. I should learn, and the field I am working in is sort of looking to me that it is becoming a saturated type of thing. So you have to pivot at that point.
Yes. So it's very important learning actually.
Yes.
That even at your workspace, when you see a saturation reaching to you, rather than closing your mind, you should actually observe and have a learning tendency always. Then you will then only you can improve and have success in life. Sarvagy, I would like to jump to the team's question again. That how difficult or easy it is to maintain a team of 12 for a startup, and again how what are the problems you face when you hire people?
So maintaining a team, if whatever you are doing, like whatever business you are doing, you need to have a revenue source. That is very must. So whether you are developing a product or you are doing services, revenue is very important to manage your daily activities of your company. So I would suggest that even if you are going for a product development, then also you should have a revenue source, either services or whatever, or any other product you are selling in the market. So once you have that, then you have you can extend your journey. Like you can sustain for longer time. You can sustain a team, and if you have a team, then your hands are multiplied, your brains are multiplied. So then you can move faster. And many times I see that startups have a problem that they mostly they try for 1 or 2 years, then give up. Then they give up on their product, and I see that it takes time to develop a product, lot of time. So they become disheartened because they don't get enough, I would say, revenues to sustain their business. And I think at initial phase, I keep away from a lot of raising funds also. You have to be bootstrapped. Once you have a product, you are at a go-to-market stage, or you are into the market, then you can go for funding and all those things.
That's where I think a role of incubation system comes in.
Yeah, that is very important. I would say SIIC has played a very important part in my journey throughout since 2012. So it's very important. Initial funding is very important for a startup, and incubation centers provide that. Right, and even the environment they provide you, you have startups around you to talk to. Any problem you face, then you can go to people.
You can collaborate.
And then you can also in IIT actually it provides you so many facilities. It opens all the gates to all the labs, all the gates to all the access to all the professors,
cutting edge labs,
and all the expertise of the professors is available to you. So that's I would say a great ecosystem to be in.
And for recent years, like you are in the ecosystem for more years than I have. I came to SIIC in 2021, but you are here from 2013. But since 2021, what I have seen is SIIC has started giving startups their dedicated portfolio managers.
Right.
So if no one is there, you can talk to them. But
Right.
there are many startups who have you have a team of 12, but there are many startups who are working solely, independent person, or like 2 or 3 people are working there. So that portfolio manager thing comes in, and then mentors. A pool has been created of 100 plus mentors,
Right.
To whom you can approach and get mentorship. So that thing is there.
Mentors are very important actually, I would say, because when you are in an ecosystem inside IIT Kanpur, you have to also know the outside world, right? So mentors are in a way also helping you in assessing the market or what is outside this ecosystem, what the situation is, and they can also you get a third person view of your product and what you are offering. So that's also important. Their input is very important in that sense.
While we are talking about defense, Sarvagy, there is a program which I can recall right now is IDEX. Right. Which is a flagship program by Ministry of Defense, and they are funding heavily into these startups.
Right.
And the right amount, I will tell you, for a prototype development, which is ranging from 1 crore to 10 crores, and that is how much a defense startup needs. So, have you applied for it, or did you get those fundings? Access to
yes, we had applied once in an open challenge, so you could fill that application. I had filled that application, and even in the next IDEX, we are planning to apply again.
So, did you secure open challenge or?
No, that time we didn't secure that. But this time our product is also a prototype is built. So this time we are planning to apply for IDEX in an open challenge. If the similar problem comes, then we will apply in that sector. Otherwise, we will apply in open challenge again.
That's all. I wanted to understand what was that difficulty while you were filling up the form, or what is the reason behind not getting selected, or how a startup can approach. What approach should a startup have?
So I think it is very important to actually be very clear in your application, like that what exactly, how it will benefit the I would say the your customer, or how important it is in defense. Because if you are applying in an open challenge, then there is not a problem that is coming from the ministry, right? So you have to articulate it that this is very important and it has to be developed. That has to come out through your application, right? I think I don't know why we couldn't make it, but some reason would be there, and probably we will make it this time.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Sarvagy. It was a really nice talk with you. We learned about many things, guys. We learned about how we should manage our team. We learned about how much important is pivoting at right time, and एक सहनशीलता, धैर्य जो आपके अंदर होनी चाहिए जब आप एक प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हो, उसके बारे में हमने जाना. Thank you so much, Sarvagy, for joining.
Thank you, Rishabh. It was nice talking to you.